Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just Another 20-something with me, Marissa. Today, I'm super excited. We are going to be going on a deep dive into Reddit, which I'm sure everyone who is listening has obviously heard of Reddit. And so I thought that we would take a little deep dive because I know that there's tons of different subreddits that I think will be really interesting. I actually got this recommendation from one of my friends, and so we're going to be going into the subreddit called Am I the Asshole? And I'm really excited. So basically what this subreddit consists of are different scenarios on whether or not this person acted like an asshole in like a certain situation. And so I picked out some of the most top-rated subreddits, and we're going to read them, and we're going to decide if they are the asshole in this situation. So let's just get freaking started. Let's dive in. Okay, so the first one we have is, am I the asshole for throwing my cousin out of my room after she stole my medicine? Okay, gonna start off with saying probably not an asshole, but let's see. My aunt, 44 female, and my cousin, 15 female, lost their home in a fire 2 weeks ago. They're living with us now. My aunt is sleeping on the couch. My cousin was sharing my room. I take levothyroxine for my Hashimoto's disease and hypothyroidism. Oh my gosh, I literally don't know how to say anything. My cousin heard that someone that takes that drug makes you lose weight, so she stole my medicine. I woke up one morning and saw that it wasn't there. I panicked. I don't like delaying taking it for too long because the earlier I take it, the earlier I can eat. It's recommended to not eat too soon after taking it. I looked everywhere, couldn't find it. There was almost a full month's worth in there. I went a week without taking it. Yesterday, I found it in her stuff. 6 pills were left. Oh my God. She took about 2 weeks of that drug in a week. I take a pretty high dose, and that isn't safe for her. I was mad. I packed her stuff and threw it out of my room. I'm not letting her back in. My mom says that there are guests and we should be hospitable. My cousin is mad and says I should share my stuff. We don't have an empty guest room and she has to sleep on the floor. Am I the asshole? Oh my God. No. there's no way that you are the asshole in this situation. I cannot believe that she took 2 weeks of that drug in 1 week. And like, medicine is expensive. Like, that's not a cheap thing. And the fact that she's just eating all of them so she could lose weight, that's insane. Oh, that's really sad. Person who said this, no, you're not the asshole. And in fact, let's read some of the comments, see if anyone. Oh, it looks like the comments are locked. Well, that's annoying. But I'm assuming that everyone is on my side and saying that not the asshole, because yikes. Okay. Next. We have, am I the asshole for refusing to go home when my fiance invited guests over without asking me first? Uh-oh. This already sounds like a yikes situation. Okay. So as the title says, my 25 female fiance. Oh, sorry. So as the title says, her is 25 female, fiance, 28 male, invited a friend over on Sunday to help us set up his new gaming PC. His friend brought his wife and 2 young kids with after I was told only the friend would be there. I have severe social anxiety, but I work over weekends, so I didn't have to see them. Oh my gosh. Halfway through the day, my fiance let me know that the whole family was there and that he had offered for them to stay the night. Stay the night? Why? You're setting up a gaming system. That's not going to take all night. Okay, please keep in mind that we have a small 2-bedroom house, and the second room is set up as an office. I am a gamer as well, and my PC is set up in the lounge next to the couch, which is where the 4 of them would be sleeping. I was planning on playing that night until the early hours. Oh, wow. I cannot relate to this couple at all. I mean, go off on your gaming situation, but wow. This is where I might be the asshole. I work 6 days a week, 12 hours each. This was on the night before my day off, so I was absolutely drained and couldn't stand the thought of having to deal with strangers in my house. I let my fiance know that I was not okay with this and to retract his offer, and that I would like them to be gone when I get home at around 7 p.m. He started going on about how we will all sit and have drinks and have fun, that I was overreacting and that he can't help but be nice and make the offer. I was getting more and more anxious, and he was putting their feelings into consideration rather than what I feel I need after an extremely long and tough work week. I'm upper management at a restaurant, and it was the month's end and financial year end. Oh, God, yeah, that sounds miserable. See you later. I ended up going to his sister's house, who stays at the same complex as us, and stayed there until they left around 9 p.m., after my fiance asked them to leave. When I got home, I found that the kids had messed sweets and cold drink all over the carpets. Okay, must mean that they made a mess. And had stuck a ruler into the floor fan, and all around just extremely messy. I was extremely annoyed that my night off was ruined, as I was planning on having a few drinks to wind down and play games. My fiance and I ended up having a fight where I was kept asking how I didn't have a say over who can stay the night or visit or not. He just kept saying I was overreacting. So, am I the asshole? Oh my gosh. Ooh, that is a story. Okay, well, I guess I could kind of see both sides to this. Definitely, I think, obviously, you worked a freaking fuck ton, and I would I totally get that after working all those hours, you just don't want to see anyone. You want to go home, you want to go to bed, you want to, vibe out in your own space, and having, not only just, the friend, but, his wife and his 2 kids, literally everyone at your house. I mean, that's draining. That's super draining. And especially if she has, severe social anxiety, she's probably more of an introvert. She will not do well in that situation. And the guy, if this is your fiance, he should know this about you. This isn't brand new news that, you don't really want to be around people. So it is a little fucked that he's just oh yeah, I invited the entire family. But at the same time, actually, I don't know if I can see the guy's side. It's why do you have to have the whole family over? And why do they have to spend the night? I really don't understand that. Why do they have to spend the night at all? You're literally just setting up their gaming PC, which should not take that long. At all. I mean, I don't know anything about that, but why would you need the wife and kids to come to help set that up? And why do they have to spend the night? And where are they from? Do they live nearby? Just go home. Yeah, I'm sticking with the girl. That sounds terrible. And then you have a fight. Ugh. That's a yikes situation for me. All right, let's go to the next one. Am I the asshole for assuming which name belonged to the human and which one belonged to the dog? Oh my gosh, this is... Okay, I'm already excited. My mom lives in a 55 plus community. I lived with her for 5 months last year, so I got to know a lot of the neighbors well. It's a new community, so a bunch of people have moved in since I lived there. I moved out of state, and I was visiting my mom for a long weekend this past week. While walking my dog, I had seen a woman and her dog a few times and was friendly to her, making small talk. One day, I ran into the neighbor I knew, and she pointed to a house and asked if I'd met Dorothy and Squeaks yet. Oh, no. There's no way. Okay. I said I think I had to talk to her, but I hadn't officially introduced myself. Later that day, I saw the woman and her dog and introduced myself and said, "And you're Dorothy, right?" Oh my God. The lady made an offended face and said, "Dorothy is my dog. My name is Squeaks." No. You're literally lying to me. She walked off, and the rest of the time I was at my mom's that I saw, she gave me dirty looks every time I passed. Am I the asshole? Edit, after talking to the neighbors, apparently Squeaks is a nickname she has asked to go by. Okay, but You are absolutely kidding me. You're kidding me. Why in the world would you think... Okay, actually, let's totally backtrack. The fact that this neighbor is saying if you had met Dorothy and Squeaks, why would you put the dog first? Like, you're saying Dorothy as if Dorothy was the person and Squeaks was the dog. Like, I would never say, oh, okay, so my old cat name was Misty, and then my mom's name is Anne Marie. So imagine if I was like, oh, have you met Misty and Anne Marie yet? Like, why would I be like, oh, have you met my cat? And then, oh, also my mom. Like, what the heck? And then just the fact, why do you want to be going by Squeaks? Why is that your nickname? What's your real name? Is it that bad? Oh my God, that's so funny. No, I don't think you're the asshole. That is like so... I would do the exact same thing. There's absolutely no way that I would believe that her name was Squeaks. Squeaks. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, this one's a short one. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that our dog had run away 3 years ago and I had replaced it with a look-alike? No. Okay. My wife and I were watching a movie earlier during which the protagonists had an emotional catharsis after getting things off their chest. My wife turned and asked me if I had any confessions to make so that we could grow closer. Okay. I love women, but that is truly a trap. Are you kidding me? Hi, do you have any confessions so we can grow closer? I just want to go close to you. I said yes. Oh, no. I said yes. 3 years ago, our dog ran away, and I bought a dog that looked identical to him so that you would never know. I was joking, of course, but when I revealed this to my wife, she didn't see the humor in it. In fact, she's not 100% certain it was a joke. I am writing this from the guest room where I will be sleeping for the foreseeable future. Okay, well, that makes me feel better that it is a joke. If it's just a joke, that's fine. If you actually did that, that would be insane. Oh, that would make me so sad. But no, I don't think you're the asshole. I mean, kind of a... Okay. I don't know. I mean, kind of a sad joke, but also at the same time, I kind of cringe at the thought of like, tell me any confessions so we can grow closer. Like, I don't really like that situation, so I feel like I would also say something stupid so we don't have to have an actual weird conversation like that. So I would say you're not an asshole. And like I said, thank God you didn't actually do that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Am I the asshole for kicking my wife's friend out of our wedding after she refused to remove a piercing? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what kind of piercing it is. Okay. Backstory is that my wife, 25 female, has a friend, 25 female, that I, 29 male. Okay, I never understand why they do that. I don't really care about your age. Like, does that add something to the story that you're just 25 and 29? Like, okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, that I don't get along too well with. Okay, awesome. I met her friend while I was dating my wife, and we didn't click too well, but we were still friendly and respectable to one another. Unfortunately, a year ago, while we were having a get-together, we got into a huge argument, and things haven't been the same between me and the friend since. I won't go into details of the argument since in and of itself, it's not too relevant, but it was really bad and put us on horrible terms. Okay, well, now I want to know. Hi, I want to know the entire argument. I feel like it is actually very important and super relevant. Okay, anyway. Nonetheless, my wife still wanted to invite her to our wedding since they were good friends and I agreed. It was a medium-ish wedding. I love that. A medium-ish. Okay, about 100 people, and per usual, it was formal. That leads me to the next part, where her friend arrived at the wedding. I noticed she had a nose piercing on the right side of her nose, and I was instantly annoyed. Oh, no. I'm not on your side for this. Seriously, a nose piercing? Like what, like a hoop? Or a stud? Who cares? How does that bother you at all? Oh, I'm already annoyed. I'm instantly annoyed. I'm a bit biased because I do think piercings are trashy in general. Okay, you're just a fucker. I don't even know if I want to read the rest of this. But I think anyone is free to wear them, but not at weddings. Okay, clearly you don't think anyone is free to wear them because you just said that they're trashy. It's also just a nose ring. Ew, this guy sucks. Sometime later, after the ceremony, I went up to the friend and asked for a word privately. Also, okay, let me just take this back before I get into this. You can't just remove the piercing. If you remove the piercing, then the hole is going to close up. Like, so asking her to remove a piercing for one singular night so then it closes up and she can never she'd have to re-pierce her nose. That's insane. That is literally insane. Like, the money that you'd have to go through to get it re-pierced, also like the healing process, when you could just, I don't know, wear the piercing. Also, like, I guess you could get one of those clear piercings. Sometimes people do that. You could just put like a clear plug or whatever. But like, come on, it's for one night. Who cares? I can't imagine that this piercing is so like hideous and huge. And also, why does it even bother you? Oh, I'm just annoyed. Okay. Where was I? Okay, yeah. Okay. So sometime later after the ceremony, I went up to the friend and asked for a word privately. I told her to remove the piercing immediately or she has to leave. Yeah, you're an asshole. Of course, she started acting like a bitch and cursed at me. Oh, wonder why, dude. I remained calm nonetheless and told her she's no longer welcome and must leave. She tried to go and speak to my wife, but I blocked her and told her where the exit was. She was crying. I hate this guy. Oh my God, I'm actually so mad. After more yelling and getting some looks from people passing by, she left. We were in a different room where the main event was taking place, so luckily the wedding wasn't disturbed. Obviously, there was a fallout in the coming days, and my wife was annoyed with me that I kicked her friend out. Yeah, no shit. Since the event was formal, I think it was appropriate to remove any piercings. Someone I know has tattoos and even covered them up. This guy sucks. Are you really kidding me with this it was formal bullshit? I mean, it's your wedding. You can do whatever you want. You just want to be an asshole to her. Like, seriously? I might be the asshole for kicking the friend out without my wife's approval, but I did give her a chance to remove the piercing, and she refused to do that simple task. Oh, I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Okay, I have to read one of the comments because this is making me so mad. How do I even do that? Is this a comment? Oh, okay, yes. Okay. So, how badly did you want to fuck this woman, and how harshly did she reject you? Because I cannot imagine any other circumstance where a man would be so hyper-focused on something so small and insignificant after literally just getting married. Yes! Clap back. How embarrassing for your wife that instead of being in the moment, happy for being surrounded by 100 of your closest friends and family during a pandemic. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Wait, when was this? Oh my gosh, that was posted 10 hours ago? Oh, yikes. Okay. You fixated on a piece of jewelry in another woman's nose to the point where you just had to make a scene over it. That's what's on your mind right then. That is the thing that's most important to you. Someone's nose ring. Yikes. Yes. Okay. Yep. I don't have a Reddit account. Otherwise I would upvote that, but freaking true. What a little loser. Are you kidding? Oh, yeah, it says, okay, so I guess the person's name, the person who posted it, I think was OP. Oh, gosh, I don't even actually know what OP means, but they said, OP is lucky somebody married him with all the red flags he keeps dropping around. For real, I feel bad for that fucking girl. Yikes. Oh, that was sad. I didn't like that one. Usually I'm on the other side, but you're an asshole. And I hope that gets flagged as you're an asshole. Ew. What a dickhead. And I can't believe he wrote that entire thing and posted it. What a loser. Okay, next. Okay. Am I the asshole for getting angry at my wife for signing into my streaming media accounts, Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, on other people's devices without my permission? Oh. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Am I going to take the wife's side? I don't know. Possibly. But I'll try and remain cordial. Okay, so this has been a problem before we were married. We had a social distance wedding late 2020. Good. My wife comes from a pretty big family, over 20 nephews and nieces, age ranging from 1-year-old to full-grown adults in their 20s. My wife loves that she is an aunt to the kids, always spoils them. I don't mind this, by the way. Anyway, I have accounts with all the major streaming services available to me. I've given the login details to my sisters and wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, to use their own devices. I'm very laid back and don't have issues if I see all screens are in use message on Netflix, as I can watch something on Prime, etc. Slowly, I get emails regarding logins into devices I don't recognize, iPhones, iPads, etc. My wife tells me she logged in on a particular sister's kid's device. They both each have iPhones and iPads, and they're 6 and 4. I was really annoyed at this, as I feel this is a major break in trust. Okay. It's for a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. And it's your nieces and nephews? I work in IT, and I know the security implications this can cause. Oh, shut up. But I bite my tongue and let this go and tell her not to log in into any other devices. Okay, it's still going, so clearly yikes. Weeks later, I came home from a long, stressful day at work. One of those fuck everything days. On the commute home, all I could think of was having a nice shower, meal, and binge Netflix until bed. I get home, have my shower, get my dinner ready, and turn on the telly to watch Netflix and get the message unavailable. Too many users logged in. I'm really annoyed now. So as I can see 4 devices logged, and I'm sure I only have the plan that allows 2 devices. I go check both my sisters and see they're not logged into Netflix. Log into my laptop and check the devices and IP and MAC addresses, which I don't recognize, but notice they're based in my fiance's area. I then notice someone has upgraded my account to the most expensive plan without my permission. Okay, this is where that I can see is annoying. It's one thing to like give it to your niece and nephew. Like, that's fine, because, you know, like, it's your niece and nephew. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but like, also their parents should pay for their own Netflix. But the fact that you literally upgraded the plan so you could have more people on it, that's not the way to go. Okay, I messaged my wife as I am too angry to talk. Not only has she passed on my details to multiple people, but someone has cost me money by upgrading my plan. She tells me everyone that's in her house has logged off, but there's still one more device still logged on. I am seething now. More than one household is leeching off of me. I instantly check all devices and notice more than 10 devices. I instantly log off all devices and change the password. Had to go at my missus and tell her the security implications and that someone upgraded the plan without authorization. Okay, Jesus. I would be so annoyed if my husband talked to me like that. Like, ugh. Even though, like, she kind of was a little bit in the wrong. My wife gets annoyed and tells me I'm overreacting and I took away the kid's source of entertainment. I hit back and tell her parents should sign up if they want Netflix, etc. It wasn't my problem if the kids are being entertained, blah, blah. That's pretty fair. I feel a bit bad for logging off all the devices, as I genuinely am very fond of the kids, but I don't trust anyone logging into my accounts that have my bank details stored. Am I the asshole? Okay, update. Just found out my Disney Plus details on my 4-year-old niece's iPhone. I know this is a brand new login, as the Disney Plus wasn't up when this issue started. A lot of people are not aware of the major security breach in this situation. Having apps or services with my bank details on any unmanaged devices can be potentially disastrous. I've had my bank account compromised 3 times in 10 years. Jeez. Okay. Let's see. I can, this is hard because for a bit I wasn't on your side. Because I think, this is hard. Because I definitely understand, like, one, like, you know, it is cute to, like, give your niece and nephew, you know, Oh, but you know what? I don't know if I'm on the wife's side at all, actually, because like I don't really think I kind of agree with him where it's like it's not really his responsibility. You know, like he's just the uncle. Why does he have to pay for their Netflix? Also, they're 6 and 4. Do they even need to be having their own iPads and iPhones with Netflix on it? Ooh, I actually hate that a lot. So I definitely wouldn't want to be the one paying for my 4-year-old to be watching Netflix. That should be the parents' job. I also would totally lose it if they upgraded my account so more people could watch and I was the one paying for it. No. So I don't think you're the asshole, actually. That one was hard because I kind of hate taking men's sides. But you got to do what you got to do, I guess. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. We're going to read 2 more and then I think that'll be it for today. So here's the next one. Oh, this one's a long one. Okay. So, am I the asshole for not rescheduling my surgery for a 3rd time? Oh. Okay. That sounds weird. So, little TMI backstory. I, female 29, need to have a hysterectomy due to uncontrollable issues stemming from having my cervix removed due to pre-cancer cells all over it. Oh my gosh. I've been living with constant period for 2 years, and my doctor is the one who asked me if I wanted to have surgery. He gave me a couple months to think about it, and I finally decided to bite the bullet since my issues are causing daily problems, including having to miss work because I need to be in the bathroom when I really flare up and can't even go an hour without soaking through an overnight pad, and I rely on the bus to get to work, which takes an hour and a half. Oh my God, girl. That sounds literally terrible. I have tried different birth controls trying to stop my period, but because I don't have a cervix, it's impossible to stop bleeding so much. Oh my gosh, yeah, wait, you don't have a cervix? Oh my God. What the fuck is going on up there? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, get a hysterectomy. Holy crap. The first time it was rescheduled was in December, and the hospital shut down for everyone but emergency patients due to COVID, getting really bad in my area. Understandable. The second time was when my parents, who would be babysitting while I was in the hospital, told me they were uncomfortable with me getting it early February due to COVID and not wanting me to bring it back to them when I get out. Okay. That's a little fucked, only because I feel like this surgery is really important. Like, it's not a guarantee she's going to get COVID and bring it back. And, like, I feel like she really needs this. This isn't just, like, you know, going to the doctor for, like, a fucking checkup for no reason. Like, this is truly, like, she's in pain. Here's the issue. My stepsister, Melissa, 30, is getting practically her whole body plastic surgeryed less than a month after my surgery is scheduled. She scheduled hers after we found out when my surgery would be and expects her mom to take care of her fully, like a baby pretty much. How much work she's getting done at once. My stepmom fully agreed to it, knowing it was less than a month from my surgery and knowing she would have to take care of my daughter and me for a week. Oh my God, wait, what a fuck. What a fuck. What a fucker. Today, my stepmom told me she wants to reschedule again so she could devote her time and energy into preparing for taking care of her daughter. Oh no. I told her I can't reschedule anymore because I'm about to lose my job with how much time I've had to take off work due to my issues. I also said if she feels that way, could I at least ask her to watch my daughter when I'm in the hospital, and then I'll figure something else when I get out. She got very offended and said I was being rude and inconsiderate of Melissa because I just want to stop having my period. No. Which made me upset because we talked through everything for hours and I was originally told the last options were to either live with it or get my surgery. I don't like this. Now my stepmom refuses to talk to me. My dad won't get into the middle of this, and I'm left feeling like the asshole because I refuse to reschedule a surgery that I consider very needed. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Are you kidding? The fact, like, oh, that's so complicated. Like, this literally sounds miserable, what you're going through. And then it obviously sounds like your stepmom favors, her own daughter, which I guess, like, I get, but also ew, but also, but it's so fucked. Like, you're really gonna, like, just let your daughter get, like, 1,000,000 plastic surgeries? Why can't she move her plastic surgery thing to, like, another time? Like, that is literally something that doesn't need to happen now. And here they're going on about, like, oh, I don't want you to do it because of COVID. Like, I don't want you to give COVID to us. That's the reason. But also, my daughter's getting plastic surgery. Also, you could get COVID from that. I mean, obviously those aren't as packed as, like, the hospitals, but, like, it's still a possibility. That is, like, not a needed procedure. And this girl's, like, she's just, like, bleeding all the time. Oh my God. No, she sounds like an evil stepmom. I don't like her. Oh, that's so sad. I hope she gets her surgery. She needs to get it. That sounds really yucky. Okay. And this is going to be our last one. I hope you guys are excited. Oh, this is long. Okay, well then perfect. Okay. Oh, I think this is going to go kind of into play to the last one. So, am I the asshole for being angry with my mother over favoritism that caused me pain? Ooh. Uh-oh. I'm nervous for what kind of pain they're talking about. Okay, so my sister, 15, and I, 26, mom, 46. Wow, that's a big age difference between the sisters. I recently moved back in 2019 to save money to buy a house, and because I wanted to be around fam after living on the other side of the country. Since I was 11, I've had terrible periods. Oh, great. It's just going straight back into that. I faint, and I'm so bloated and hot that heating pads cause vomiting and sweats. Oh, my God. I can't eat. Food in my stomach makes the pain 10 times worse. I wake up so dehydrated, even after a 6-pack of Gatorade, that my tongue is stuck to the roof of my mouth and my eyes can barely open. Okay. I just want to take a second and to anyone, all of my friends listening, if I have ever complained about my period, I take it back. I take it back so hard because I never want to experience this. This sounds terrible. Oh, I'm not even done. Okay, awesome. The pain is so bad that I just rock back and forth and pace and mostly bedridden. After I suffer from menstrual anemia that lasts for at least a week. All of this and the childhood experience has translated into extreme tocophobia and anxiety. Okay, I don't know what tocophobia is, but it doesn't sound good. Constant stress surrounding it, and because I have to plan everything around it, and just the idea of being stranded somewhere in that much pain makes me a homebody. Yeah, that's fair. It's affected school and jobs, and the only time my mother ever put effort into helping me was when I had an ovarian cyst at 14, and doctors have never taken me seriously. Oh, that's fucked. That was just all one paragraph. Oh my God. Oh my God. I literally, I would rather die. Okay, I finally found a mix of pills that helps that I keep in my room. They aren't prescription, but they work when nothing else has. In nearly 20 years. My sister has had migraines since she was young, and my mom had always been on top of it. I help too, as my sister hates going to the doctors, and I have always been there when I could to take care of her myself or convince her to go over the phone. She recently started to get bad periods herself. Oh, great. Is it just like a genetic thing? And so my mom came into my room and took my pills without telling me. When I found out, I just asked my mom to replace them. Since my sister used the rest, I told her I need the exact type they were because they were the only thing that worked. She finally bought a similar version, a half-size bottle. Well, they don't work. Then I found out she gave my sister the pills that I'd asked for. When I confronted her again, she said that they were the same thing, telling me I was overreacting even after explaining to her again that they were all that worked for me. Oh, that sucks. Ooh. Okay, got my period today. Awesome. I went upstairs in the morning. She told me to do some chores. I told her I couldn't and why. She got angry and yelled at me, so I went back to my room. When I came up again for water, she was on the phone with a specialist for my sister's periods. One you have to wait weeks for. It's connected to her migraines also, but this call was just for her new bad periods. My mother hadn't told me or asked if I wanted to be there. This meeting was in the kitchen, so it wasn't something my sister had needed privacy on. I heard them talking about all these ways to help her that I had never even heard of. I left back to my room and broke. It's probably the pain and hormones mixed with this, but I've never been so angry. I've never felt so betrayed in my life. I've never felt so unimportant and overlooked. Oh my gosh. Girly, I'm so sorry. Am I the asshole for being so betrayed and angry about this? I don't know if I'm being overdramatic. I'm in so much pain and I'm just so angry. Aww. Yeah, I don't think you're the asshole. That sounds really sad. Aw. Wait, I'm like... That makes me so sad for you. First of all, your periods literally sound like the worst thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. Also, yeah, like, that's really fucked that she's taking your medicine, giving it to your sister, totally, like, not listening to anything that you're saying about your periods being sucky. Like, she only cares about your sister. And I wonder if it's just because, like, your sister's 15 and you're 26. Not that that matters at all, but, like, she's probably like, oh, I need to take care of my baby, and you're not a baby. But that's also fucked because you're still her daughter, and this is something that you've been dealing with for 20 years, and your mom sucks. That's my... that's what I say for that. That literally sucks really bad. Ugh. Okay. Since that one was really sad, we're gonna read one more, and then we're gonna call it quits. Just because that one made me sad. Oh. Okay, yeah, I have to read this one. This one just sounds amazing. I mean, terrible, but amazing. Okay. Am I the asshole for making my husband get off his game to take care of the baby? I'm sorry. The fact that you even have to ask that question. No? No, you're not the asshole for asking your husband to take care of a baby. Your baby. Okay, let's just read it. Our 9-month-old is teething and pretty fussy right now. I finally got her to sleep. I breastfed and she nurses to sleep, so my husband couldn't help with that. He was playing an online game with voice, and I told him he needed to be more quiet because if he woke her up, he was taking care of her until she was ready to go back to sleep. If she wakes up, she wants to play for an hour or two before she'll settle back down. He said he wasn't being that loud, and to be fair, he was using a normal speaking voice, but I told him that she kept stirring and squirming. My rocking chair is in the living room where he has his PC. When she's fussy like this, she just needs to rock and cuddle for a while. If I put her down too early, she wakes up. Oh my god, remind me to never have a baby. Jeez, that's so annoying. He said he'd try to be quieter. He was using his headset, and it's pretty high-end, so it can easily pick up his voice. There wasn't an issue with him being heard in the game, but he kept forgetting to lower his voice, and the baby woke up. I waited for him to finish his mission, then I handed her to him and went to my bedroom with my laptop to play one of my games. Ooh, another gamer. I guess that makes sense, though. I am on Reddit. Another gamer couple. He's mad and says I'm a jerk because he wasn't being overly loud and he wanted to get further in the game. But I warned him, when she's having a fussy night, we have to work around her. So, am I the asshole? Update. Baby got sleepy again. I nursed and rocked her and she's out. Husband apologized for getting pissy and we got to play one of the games we play together. Honestly, I think we're all just a little fucked up for being stuck in this tiny apartment. None of us can even breathe without being in someone else's space. We were supposed to move to... Okay, I don't care. Now you're just making excuses. You weren't the asshole, first of all. You weren't the asshole. I think... Yeah. Okay, sorry, I was reading the comments. No, you're not the asshole. He was playing a video game. And I didn't... Okay, see, this is where I want the ages, I guess. I want to know how old you are, sir. And take care of your fucking baby. Maybe. Possibly. That would be a good idea. Yeah, and if you're yelling so much because you're playing a fucking game and you wake up your fucking baby, yeah, you're gonna take care of the baby. Thanks. Oh my gosh, wait, what is this? Oh my god. Okay, one more, and then we're done. These are really fun. I hope you guys are liking these. Okay. This just title sounded incredible. Am I the asshole for shaming my sister a few weeks after she gave birth? Holy crap. Like, shaming? What does that even mean? Oh, I'm really excited. Ooh, okay. Okay, so I'm using a throwaway. I don't know what that means. I, 24 female, am staying with my sister. Have been for the past 9 months to help out with my sister, 26 female, during her pregnancy. She gave birth via C-section 3 weeks back. Yesterday, a few relatives came to meet my sister, who we call Beth, and the baby. Oh, wait. At first I thought they called the baby Beth, but no, she's just... That's so weird. Meet my sister, who we call Beth. Only us. Only we call her Beth. Okay. So Beth was not really up to sitting with our relatives the entire time. She complained of feeling sick and feeling pains in her stomach. So she went back to her bedroom, leaving me to talk with the relatives. Well, yeah, she just gave birth. And somehow my marriage came up in conversation. Ew. And one of my uncles asked me about my husband. I have been married for 3 years. Ooh, girl, you're 24. You got married at 21. I told him he was fine, just a bit busy adjusting back to in-person work. Then my aunt asked me when I was planning on having a baby, and that having a baby when I would be 30 plus was a bad decision. Okay, shut the fuck up, auntie. No one needs to hear it. The thing is, I don't really want babies. Amazing, that's fine. For one, I really don't want to go through the pain of it at all. I had been there with Beth during her entire pregnancy. I also went to visit her after her C-section. I'm also very scared about a lot of things about pregnancy. I have body dysmorphia, and after Beth's C-section, she would constantly pick apart flaws in her body. She used to never do that and always would be very proud of her body. So I imagine if she was so insecure about her body after pregnancy, I would be much, much worse. Honestly, that's fair. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I didn't want to tell them the whole of it, so I just told them that the pregnancy would possibly ruin my body and that I wasn't really up to all the symptoms during pregnancy. Okay. They just nodded and carried on talking. An hour after they left, I tried to talk to my sister, but she wasn't opening the door. I didn't understand why. She would just keep saying that she needed to rest for a bit and asked me to take the baby to her so the baby could feed. After that, she locked the door and told me not to disturb her. I thought it was probably post-pregnancy pains or something like that, but my mother called me and asked me if I had said that post... Oh my gosh, wait. But my mother said and asked if I had said that post-pregnancy bodies were ugly. I told her that I didn't. She told me to stop lying, and that when my aunt called her, she told her that I said that post-pregnancy bodies were ruined. Oh, no. She told me that my sister was really hurt by that comment, considering that I told my sister multiple times her body was very pretty after birth. Oh, I was really confused because I didn't mean that bodies were ruined after pregnancy. I meant my perception of my body would be ruined. I tried to explain that to my mother, but she told me that she could do anything about it, but it was really hurtful of me to say that. So Reddit, am I the asshole for saying that I didn't want to get pregnant because it ruined how I saw my body? I think I might be the asshole because my sister is really sensitive right now, and I might have shamed her body by that comment, even though that wasn't my intention. Yeah, that's tricky. I can see that probably wasn't your intention. Obviously, like, why would you ever say that? That's so mean. But also, I'm reading back now because you were saying, like, you know, you're explaining how this would ruin your image of your body and whatever. But when she was telling her relative, she just goes, that would possibly ruin my body. Like, she just immediately was like, oh, my body would be ruined. So, no, I don't want to have kids because my body would look ugly. Oh, no. Yeah, you totally went about that wrong. She should have just said, like, my perception of my body would be ruined instead of saying my body would be ruined. Because, yeah, like, your aunt obviously is going to tell your mom, and then your sister heard, and then, oh, and then your poor sister's like, I thought I was pretty. That is so sad. Oh, yeah. I think, like, unintentionally, you're the asshole. Like, I don't think you meant it, but, yeah, that wasn't, like, the best thing to say. Yikes. Okay, well, that was actually really fun. Thank you, Lauren. That's my friend who told me to do these. Thank you for giving this suggestion because I actually really enjoyed that. And like I was saying, there's a ton of different subreddits on Reddit, obviously. And so there could be so many more installations of these episodes if you guys enjoyed them. So definitely, if you like kind of the more story episodes, I guess you could call these, let me know. Leave a review or leave me a comment on my podcast Instagram. That would be super helpful. I don't know. That was actually really fun. I really enjoyed that. There's just so many stories. I mean, literally all of these were posted not that long ago. So imagine, I mean, I could just go on and on and on. Like I'll never be out of posts, guys. Because this was literally just posted today. I could do this month, this week, this year, all time. It's unbelievable how many there are. And there was another one that I want to look at. It's relationship advice that I think would be really fun. And we can kind of delve into that because there's 4.8 million members for that. So I think that would be a really cool one. But yeah, okay. I hope you guys like this episode. And I'm very excited for next week's episode. I think I'm finally going to do a sit down chat because I know it's been a minute and fill you in on my life. So get excited, guys. Okay. And yeah, so I'll see you next week with a brand new episode. Bye.